Evening to my racing community. How's it going, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Kieran here, back with another podcast and another weekend preview. Off the back of what has been a very good weekend and another decent week indeed. Finishing June 30 points in profit, and I've already started July with 5 out of 7 winners, and it's currently 14.5 points in profit for the month, so it's going really well. But thanks to all the support, you guys, it does help, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. As part of that, I have actually been in contact. I have had from the stables a website in contact with me, who have given me a promotional code to and link to their website, which gives you guidance and quotes from 18 trainers across the National Hunt and National Hunt and Flat codes, with plenty of in-depth analysis into those horses and the trainer's point of view on how they're going to run. It's benefited me. I've used it a lot this last couple of weeks, and I found plenty of winners from it. So I would advise to go and have a look at it yourself. I will pop the link is already on my Twitter page, so by all means go and have a look. They're giving away a free 14-day trial off the link, so just click there and see where it goes from there. But moving on to this weekend, we've got Sandown, 4 races from there, and Haydock with the Coral Eclipse at Sandown being the main event. So that being said, we'll start off at Haydock with the 3 races they've got there. And the first race we touch on is the 205, the Bet365 handicap over 1 mile 6, where Valiancy is favourite for Haggis and Harry Davis in the saddle on handicap debut after winning at odds of 1-7 at Hamilton last time out, under Tom Mark 1 that time. Obviously on handicap debut, Haggis horse could be anything, but I'm willing to take him on with one that I think is slightly better at, in a better position, and that is Amos of James Owens. Jason Hart will take the ride. He's 7-1 currently, best price. Was third in a maiden at Chester at the start of the season. The second has come out and won since. And the winner ran in the Derby and at Royal Ascot the next time, Alloway Storm. So they obviously decent race. And a pointer from that, the 4th from that race, which was Polestar, actually beat Valiance, who was the favourite in the Valiance's 2 starts ago, where he was second. So line through that, this horse should have Valiance covered, I feel, and at 7-1 is a decent each way play. Then we move on to the 240. Going quickly back to Ambient. He won at his maiden up at Chepstow the next time before running. It's a decent 6th in the King George. The 5th stakes behind Merchant, which obviously the form's already been advertised over the weekend. And I think he's a decent each way play against the favourite, who I said, like the form at Chester, he could have him covered. So 7-1 each way for Ambience. Going to move on to the 240, the Lancashire Oaks. This will be quick and simple. Strange is favourite again for Haggett, this time for David O'Mara, Chiefly Park. Won very nicely last time out of a course and distance, and I can't see her not winning this time out as well. Very impressive last time. She should go and be all the beating in the Lancashire Oaks in a step forward towards potentially the Arc at the end of the season. Very nice type of horse, and if she's got any ambition of winning the Arc, she needs to go and win here, and at 4-11 I think she will. So we'll keep it short and sweet in that race. Then we move on to the 315, a very competitive handicap over 1 mile 4, being the Old Newton Cup. And my anti-post selection, which I posted on Tuesday, comes up in this, and it's Emily of Ian Williams. Now currently Sir Lowry's Pass is favourite 4-1 for Ed Walker. Paul Moran will take the ride off the back of the 3rd at Redcar last time. But I think he's a bit of a good. He's won his last 2 wins have both come at Goodwood, and I think he prefers that track over Haydock. So I'm going to take him on. And like I said, with M&E, he's 33-1, and I put him up at anti-post price at 33-1. 4 places on 0.5 each way on Tuesday evening. He's got solid form in the book. This time last year, he's finishing down the field in the Ascot Gold Cup. He's ran in 2 decent listed events up at Chester as well, finished behind Point Lonsdale and Absurd. Now drops back into handicap company. Obviously, it is his first start of the season, so this may be a prep run for something else. I know they've been talks that he potentially could be an Ebor horse down the line, so this could potentially be a prep run for that, hence why he's 33 to 1. He's off top weight, but I think the last time he ran a handicap, he finished second, only just beaten at Riyadh behind Tower of London of Aidan O'Brien's. So if he was to reproduce that in this handicap, I think he's got a great chance going close. And obviously I've backed him 4 places each way, so hopefully he can get in the frame. That's M&E in the Old Newton Cup. We then go over to Sandown for 4 races there, starting with the Coral Charge over 5 furlongs, where Cheese Quality is a favourite currently for 7 to 2. Last seen finishing second in the Temple Stakes at Haydock, missed Royal Ascot, comes here fresh, unlike a few of these that ran at Royal Ascot last time out in the King Charles VII, which one horse, King Charles the Third, sorry, I'll get it right in a second, which one of the horse I fancy here that's actually running, that is Westacre of George Scott's. Callum Shepherd will take the ride, best price 8 to 1. Obviously didn't do too well in the King Charles III, finishing down the field. Well, I think the prelims pretty much got to him. He was a bit hepped up. He was ponied down to the start. Wasn't all there. And I think the class potentially told, now dropping back down into a Group 3 rather than the Group 1 that you were at last time. He's won at this level previously in his career. I think he's got a good chance of going close here, and he's definitely an each way play at 8 to 1. Then we go on to the Coral Charge over 1 mile. Coral Challenge over 1 mile, where Treasure Time is favourite 11 to 4 for Haggis and Mark Wand, finishing 4th last time in a handicap at Doncaster at the back end, so hasn't been seen yet this season. Again, I'm willing to take that on the fact that he could be a bit fresh, and this could be a bit of a prep run for something else. The horse I'm going to take on, going to back against it, and this is a very frustrating horse for many. I'm very sure he's very, very well handicapped, and it's Classic of Sean Levy and Richard Hannon. He's runs this season, he's been very consistent, he's been there or thereabouts on 3 starts, 3rd in the Spring Cup behind EBT's Guard, who obviously ran in the Hunt Cup, finishing 7th. Urban Lion was in that race and finished 2nd that day. Obviously Classic finished 2nd, but again to Urban Lion at Sandown, of course, this last time. And the run in between, he finished 4th behind the very progressive Mike Cloud, who won the Royal Hunt Cup. The second though, last time out, he got no run. He was boxed in on the inside. Ryan Moore couldn't get him out for love or money, and when he eventually got out, it was far too late. He was screaming down the outside, but couldn't quite get there. He's so well handicapped. If he can get a run, the faster the go, the better he is for him. But he needs all the luck in the world, and hopefully on Saturday the luck will come. I think he's a 13 to 2 currently, and I think if there's 8 runners, which I think there should be, he's definitely an each way play in this race. We then move on to the Coral Distaff over 1 mile for the fillies and mares, and Blue Bolt is favourite in here at 15 to 8 for Colin Keane and Andrew Boulding. Obviously they had Tahiti in here as well, which I quite liked. I thought that would have been my selection had she been in here after a decent 3rd at Royal Ascot. But she doesn't come here. Blue Bolt is the representative of Jugmont. Wins at Windsor and Newbury. Now comes here on a handicap debut. But I'm going to take her on. I'm going to take her on with Miss Tournay of Ed Walker's with Kieran Schumacher in the saddle. Best price 10 to 1. Now this horse has got some fair form on the back of last season. And this season, 4th in the Mary Hill at Doncaster at the back end of last season behind Desert Flower. Obviously went on to win the 1,000 Guineas and was 3rd in the Oaks. She then finished fourth at Deauville in a Group 3. Well, very heavy ground. I think she quite liked the ground that day. Watched the race back earlier, and I didn't think she enjoyed the ground at all. And then she was fifth in the Musadora, not beaten too far by Whirl, who's obviously then ran in the Oaks and finished second in the Oaks before winning the Pretty Polly. So decent enough form there, and winning the Pretty Polly over the weekend. So decent enough for there for Miss Tonne, and now dropping back into listed company. I think she's got a decent chance of certainly being within each way play at 10 to 1. Will certainly be my way of looking at it come Saturday morning. And then we move on to the big race itself, the Coral Eclipse, 1 mile 2 furlongs, only 6 declared. This is an absolute minefield, this race, I think. Like, Omnium's his favourite, even money, for William Buick and John Gosden after winning the Prince Wales last time. But to me, like, that race fell apart. Like, Continuous went off a mad gallop. Los Angeles chased him down and then fell in a hole coming around the bend. Completely fell apart, that race. And I just don't know where the pace is. And obviously Omnium's one picked up off the pace and won the race. I just don't know where the pace is coming from in this race though. Like, Omnium wants to be held up. You've got Sozi who will want to be held up as well. Camilo Pizarro will be held up. Ruling Court will be held up. So does Delacroix go on? Obviously Ryan Moore's been booked for that. Does he go on and make the run-in? And then you've got the outsider, which is the horse I'm actually going to put up for this race because I just think he's way overpriced, and it's Hot as Hell for Jesse Harrington and Shane Foley. 33 to 1 in a 6-runner field now. Everybody's going to go, I'm absolutely loony for putting this horse up at 33 to 1 in this race. But look at his back form. Like, he's third on seasonal reappearance in the Irish Guineas behind Field of Gold. Obviously, Field of Gold is going to bolted up in the St James's Palace at Royal Ascot. And then last season as a 2-year-old beat Delacroix and who's obviously in this race as well, so we've already got that horse covered. And then also beat Tennessee Stud earlier in the season as well. He obviously finished third in the Derby. So there's second in the Derby, sorry. So there's plenty to like about Hot as Hell. I just think he's massively overpriced, and at 33 to 1, I'm willing to take a swing on him in a race where I think there's going to be a bit of a muddling pace, and I think there's going to be a bit of an upset here. I don't think it's going to play out the way everybody thinks it's going to, purely because there's no pace angle in the race. Absolutely no pace angle in the race whatsoever. So yeah, 33 to 1 shot to finish out the ITV races. So that's all the races covered. Obviously, like I said, the only selection I've got currently is M&E at 33 to 1 anti-post for the Old Newton Cup. If I was to have a best bet, it would probably be Classic in the Coral Challenge. I just think he's stupidly well handicapped. And hopefully if he gets the run of the rub of the green, he should be winning this. And 13 to 2 is way too big not to get involved. Well, we'll see what price he's on Saturday morning. The other thing I will quickly touch on is the NAPS competition, which is linked to my Telegram. If you haven't joined my Telegram group, basically all you have to do is just give me what your NAP selection is for the ITV races on Saturday, and I will jot them all down, and whichever one comes out with the biggest SP will get a £5 free bet off of me at the end of it. That's about it wrapped up for this episode. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you all have a great week punting, and happy punting to everyone.